So same from this third unit is also available in the textbook, same textbook ma Chandrasekharan. Okay, clearly and neatly they have explained. This one textbook is enough. All 5 units are there. Each and every topic neatly they have explained. Okay, and simultaneously you can go with the notes also. In that we have mentioned all the examples, real-time examples, and everything is there, right? So our third unit. So we are going to see the third unit, that is cloud computing architecture and management, right? So in this unit, we are going to see about how the cloud architecture will be there. What is the actual meaning of this cloud? Okay, how the network connectivity will be provided in the cloud. Okay, different ways are there. Okay, how internally it will be providing, how externally it will be providing, these all things will be there. Okay, applications on the cloud, managing how service providers are managing the cloud. Okay, and simultaneously they are managing all the cloud infrastructures and the different applications, right? And they are going to be providing all the migrating applications whenever they are migrating from one application to the another. At that time, what will be the steps and phases, and what are the approaches for that? These all things we are going to see in this third unit, right? So that is mainly we are going to see, we are going to be understanding about the architecture and management. Okay, so our first topic we are going to see about this cloud architecture layers, right? So cloud architecture layers we are going to see. So this is the architecture of the cloud, right? So here, before going to this cloud architecture, why every model, definitely every model will be consist of some architecture. So with the help of that architecture, we can easily understand how these layers, how this model is working. Okay, so every model, okay, any technological models are there. Okay, definitely they will be consisting of some architecture. Okay, how it will be functioning. Okay, what are the layers are there? Okay, how different layers are going to be working, and what are their main things they are going to be providing, main services they are going to be providing, right? So here every architecture mainly means every technology or every model will be consisting of one architecture. Based on that architecture, here cloud is going to be functioning and depending upon the internet connection only, right? So cloud here, whatever the cloud architecture is there, it will be depending on the internet connection. Okay, so according to that, they are going to be providing the services to all the end users based on the need and the requirement, right? So this cloud architecture, first of all, here cloud architecture means here any technology or the model consists of the architecture. Okay, and the second, this cloud, whenever we want to connect with this cloud or we want to utilize the services of the cloud, means definitely it will be depending on the internet connection, right? And the third, this cloud architecture is classified into four layers. One is the layer one, user and the client layer. Second, network layer. Third, cloud management layer. And hardware resource layers, right? So these are the four layers. Cloud architecture mainly classified into the four layers, right? So we'll see one by one. So here user means layer one. Users means here all we are the end users. Okay, we are accessing with our computer, laptop, or any way. So we are accessing with the web browser and with internet connections to the clouds, right? So simply we can say that this layer one, it is the lowest layer in the cloud architecture, right? It is the lowest layer in the cloud architecture, and mainly this layer one belongs to the users client, okay, or the end users. This layer totally belongs to the user or the clients, right? So from here, the users are going to be initiating the connections to the cloud. Third point, they are going to be initiating the connections to the cloud. So how they are going to be initiating the connections to the cloud means clients can access with any devices, okay, or like a thin client, thick client, okay, or mobiles or handheld devices, okay. With that, any kind of a devices they can access and they can utilize the cloud services, right? So here mainly whenever the user is going to be accessing, okay, thin means thin client means dependable, okay, dependable, okay, dependent, and thick client is independent, ma. Thick client is independent, okay. Wireless, mobiles, handless. With this, any devices users can access to the layer one, okay, with the help of internet connection and with the help of the web browsers. Here, users are going to be initiating the connections with the clouds, and they are going to be utilizing the services from the cloud. Once the user has been connected to the layer one with the help of that web browser, means next it will be according to the user need and the service, it will be providing the services, okay. So next layer two is the network layer, ma. Okay, so this network layer mainly it will be allowing the user to connect to the cloud, right? Whenever the user is going to be want to utilize the cloud services, okay, through the web browser or any applications they are going to be connecting, means definitely according to the need of the user, okay, here network layer it will be providing, okay, it will be providing or allowing the user to connect to the cloud, okay. So mainly this network layer it will be providing the cloud infrastructure, ma. Okay, this network layer it will be providing the cloud infrastructures depend on these connections, okay. Either the users can be accessed from the public cloud or the private cloud, okay, or anything, okay. So with the help of internet connections, users are going to be accessing with the different, okay, public cloud or the private cloud, right? So whenever here it is using the internet, okay, or the network or bandwidth they are going to be providing to the public cloud, means okay, whenever means we don't know actually where that is located, okay, where that public cloud is located, but it will be located at some place, okay. It will be located at some place, but we don't know where it is located exactly, okay. So here public cloud can access all over the world, okay, but we can access with this internet connection and the browser, we can access to that public cloud and can utilize the services, right? So simultaneously private cloud, okay, private cloud means here it will be mainly providing the connectivity provided by the LANs, right? So LANs mainly in this case cloud will be dependent on the network, right? So they are going to be dependent on the network. Here public and private both need minimum bandwidth, okay. Public cloud users or the private cloud users, definitely they need some minimum bandwidth, okay. These all things will be decided by this cloud providers, okay. Cloud providers, service providers, they are going to be providing, right? So in this network layer, whatever the services they are going to be providing, okay, this will not comes under the SLA, okay. What is this SLA now? Service level agreement, ma. Means service level agreement is nothing but it is an agreement, it can be done between the user and the service providers, right? For example, if I want any internet connections or anything, okay, so first I will be knowing about that what are the packages are there, for how many months it will be costing, the charges, these all things will be provided by the service provider, okay. According to that I will be selecting, okay. So I will be selecting and paying the amount, okay. This agreement will be done between the service provider and the user, that is known as service level agreement, ma. So in this second layer, here it is not going to be depend on this service level agreement, means sorry, not depend, does not comes under the service level, okay. Means in which case it will be here network layer, mainly it will be providing internet connections, okay, so bandwidth, networks, okay, that all things they are going to be provided, right? So here in this layer it is not going to be bothering about the internet connections, quality of services, these all will not come under this service layer agreement, okay, service level agreement, right? So here whatever the application or internet connection, that is our choice, okay. According to that, according to our, we are going to be utilizing the services, right? So here this second layer, it will be not comes under the service level agreement, okay, like internet connection or the quality of the services, everything here it will be providing to the users, right? So whenever here they are going to be using either a public cloud or the private cloud, minimum they need or require some bandwidth to run our applications, right? So network layer is mainly, it will be allowing the connections, okay, it will be allowing the connections to the cloud whenever the users are requesting. At that time it will be allowing the connections, network layer, right? And next cloud, so here we are having the four layers, okay. So the first layer mainly, it is the lowest layer in the cloud architecture, and it will be belongs to total clients, okay. Clients or the end users, everything will be same, okay. Users it will be providing, and mainly from here we are going to be initiating the connections, we are initiating the connections with different devices, either by a thin client or a thick client or a mobile or any handheld devices, okay. It is going to be supporting all the functionalities, and we can access to with any web browsers or the web applications. With the help of that we can access and we can connect to the cloud. Once we have connected to the cloud, next layer, network layer, so mainly this network layer, it will be allowing the users to connect to the cloud, okay. So here in this network layer, the whole cloud infrastructure is dependent on the connections, okay, where the services are offered to the customer. Mainly it will be depending on the network connections, like internets, okay. Based upon that they are going to be based upon that they are going to be offering the services to the users, right? So and here whenever this is the primarily internet, okay, in the case of public cloud, okay, usually exist in a specific location and user would not know the location, okay, exactly, we don't know where it will be located, okay, but we are going to be accessing the services from that, okay. And same as like a public cloud can access all over the world, right? So here private cloud, mainly here they are going to be using some LANs. With the help of that LANs they are going to be connecting. So in this private cloud they are going to be depending upon the network, okay, depending upon the network, and they are going to be utilizing the services, right? And the third point here, here it is not going to be means SLS will not come under this, okay. In this network layer SLS will not come under this, okay. Here they are not going to be providing all the internet connections quality of services. These all things are our choice, okay. Based upon that they are going to be providing the services. How much speed or unlimited package you have selected, depend upon that, here they are going to be providing the services to the users, right? That is the second layer. And coming to the third layer, that is cloud management layer, this cloud management layer mainly it will consist of all the softwares, okay. All the softwares they are going to be consisting and they are going to be managing whenever the users are going to be utilizing, okay. Users are going to be accessing with the different kind of devices with different kind of operating system. I can access with Windows, or someone can access to Linux, okay. Here it have to manage and have to provide all the application services to the users, right? So this layer mainly consists of softwares, okay, that are used in managing the cloud, okay, the first thing. And the second, here whatever the softwares can be there means the softwares can be like a cloud operating system, okay. whatever the softwares available in this cloud means like operating system mainly. What is this operating system? It will be providing an interface between the user and the data centers. Okay, for example, whenever we are bringing our laptop, okay, it will be totally empty. So I want to interact with the system means definitely I need to install operating system. Okay, with the help of that operating system only I can interact with the system and can utilize the services, right? So these all things comes under the management softwares, and they are going to be allowing and managing all the resources, right? And this layers comes under the SLAs. Okay, this layers comes under the SLA. SLA means based on the SLA means definition, you remember that it is an agreement between the user and the service providers, right? So agreement between the user and the service provider. So here whatever the operations are going to be taking place, okay, in this layer will be definitely affecting the SLAs. Okay, based on that SLAs only services will be provided by that user. Services will be provided to the users by the service providers, right? So whatever they have decided, okay, whatever the package they have selected, okay, whatever the resources they need, they have selected, that all things they are going to be selecting, right? So based on that, here they are going to be depending upon the users and the services, okay, depending upon the users and the services, here service providers will be providing the services, right? So this layer 3, it will be depending on the SLAs, okay, it will be depending on the SLAs, okay, whatever the package or whatever the services are what has been made agreement between the users, okay, definitely they will be following and they will be providing the services to the users, right? So here so SLS for both like private and public clouds, okay. Popular service providers are like Amazon Web Services, Microsoft Azure, okay, for public cloud. Similarly, we are having like a OpenStack and Eucalyptus allows the private cloud, okay, creation, deployment, and management. Okay, so some popular service providers are will be there, like for public cloud some providers will be there, and for private cloud some providers will be there. They will be creating whenever the users are accessing from the different clouds, okay, at that time they are going to be providing the different services to the each and every users, right? That is the cloud management layer. Mainly it consists of software, okay, like what kind of a software means operating systems, okay, it is providing the interface between the user and the data centers, and they are going to be managing and allowing all the resources to the users, okay, based on their need and the requirement. That is the second thing. And the third thing, mainly here whatever they are going to be providing operating systems, okay, simultaneously resource management will be there, okay, scheduling, provisioning, okay, these all things will be done in this resource management, and one more optimization will be there, okay, like optimization means server consolidation, how much storage they need, workload consolidation, depend upon that they have to provide the resources, okay, these all things will comes under the optimization, how much they have utilized, for that much only they are going to be providing the charges, right? So internal cloud governance will be there, okay, these all kind of a services will be provided, and this layer 3 totally comes under the SLAs, okay, it will be done means here agreement is going to be done between the users and the service providers, right? And the next fourth layer, last fourth layer is hardware resource layer, right? So it consists of like a provisions for actual hardware resources, okay, whenever the public clouds, okay, usually in the case of a public cloud, okay, data centers is used in the back end, okay, so whenever we are accessing to the cloud at that time, everything from the back end, these all things are going to be provided to the user and can utilizing the services, right? So here we can say that this fourth layer is having a huge collection of hardware resources which are interconnected to each other. Okay, that is present at some specific locations and with some high configurations. Okay, with high configurations they are going to be providing, and this layer mainly it will be coming under the service level agreements. Okay, it is also providing based on the service level agreement. Here they are going to be governing all the services. Okay, whatever the resources or the data has been present in the data center, whenever the users are accessing according to their need and the requirement, quickly they are going to be providing the services within fraction of seconds. Okay, within time. Okay, they are going to be providing the services. Before providing the services to the user, definitely they will be checking like the SLAs. Okay, whatever the SLAs are there, these all things are going to be identified and going to be providing the services to the users, right? If anything happens, okay, according to the agreement, okay, according to the agreement and the settlement, I have select one, but I am not getting properly the services from that vendor or that service provider. At that time, there will be some actions. Okay, some actions will be taken on that. Okay, they are going to be detecting the amount or paying the penalty. Okay, like that things will be there. Okay, so according to that they are going to be providing the services, right? So here whenever like if there is any discrepancy, okay, if any disturbance or the problems in provisioning or the resources or applications, the service provider has to pay the penalty. Okay, whenever the user is requesting or at the time it has been not provided immediately, means there will be some penalty to them. Okay, simultaneously if we have extend the limit, means definitely we are also going to be paying some more amount for that. Okay, whenever we are utilizing, right? So whatever the data centers are there in this network, okay, it will be providing the high speed network connections, right? And highly efficient algorithms are going to be using whenever the users are going to be transfer the data from one data center to the another. Okay, they have to here they have to manage these all things, right? So definitely they need high configurations. Okay, high configuration and means they are going to be using high efficient algorithms. Okay, so that within fraction of seconds everything will be happen. Okay, like that here they are going to be managing and controlling, right? So mainly whatever means there are number of data centers in the cloud. Okay, not only one. Okay, a number of data centers in the cloud. Okay, similarly a number of clouds can be shared to the data centers, right? So whenever we are requesting the data from the cloud, means if it is not available in one data center, means virtually internally they are going to be switching to the another data centers, and immediately they will be providing the information whatever the resources has been requested by the users. These all things they are going to be providing to the users, right? So this is about the four layers. Okay, this is about the four layers where it is going to means how whenever the user is interacting at that time how the services will be provided, right? So this is the architecture of the cloud the first layer totally it will be belongs to the user and the clients right? User can access with the any devices. Okay, either a thin client or a thick client or a handheld devices or a systems. With that he can access. Okay, but definitely they need the internet connections. With the help of that internet connections only they are going to be connecting to the clouds and utilizing the services, right? So the first main thing, the user and the client layer, it is the bottom layer in this architecture. Okay, lowest layer in this architecture, right? So users are going to be connecting with the devices. Okay, with different devices they are going to be connecting and they are going to be utilizing the services. Okay, mainly this first layer it will be providing the connections to the cloud, right? And next network layer, it will be allowing the connections to the cloud whenever the user is connected, right? Whenever the user is connected at that time, according to their, here it will be allowing the connections to the cloud and providing the cloud infrastructures, okay, everything based on the public cloud or the private cloud, okay. So here it will be providing the all the network like a bandwidth, okay, internet connections, every not internet connections, okay, whenever they are going to be connecting at that time it will be providing all the network services, okay, either the users are going to be connecting to the clouds, right? So here mainly the points are public clouds. Whenever the internet is utilized by this public cloud, exactly we don't know where it is located, okay, in which location it is located. Just we are accessing this public cloud over all the world, okay, all over the world we can accessing. But coming to this private cloud here, connectivity will be provided by LAN, okay. In this case, here it is going to be depend upon the network, okay. In this case it will be depend upon the network, okay. So simultaneously public cloud and private cloud, whenever they want to run or utilize any services, definitely they need some minimum bandwidth. Based upon that, here cloud providers are going to be providing the services, but this layer does not comes under the service level agreement, remember that, okay. And remaining third and fourth layer, these two layers comes under the service level agreement. Based upon the agreement, they are going to be providing the services to the users, right? So this is about the cloud architecture, right? This cloud management layer, mainly they are managing all the infrastructures, okay. It consists of softwares, okay. They are going to be consist of a softwares like operating systems, okay. Explain about that, it will be acting as like a interface between the user and the data center. And resource management will be there, okay, scheduling, optimizing, and internal cloud governance will be there. And this layers comes under the service level agreement. Based upon the agreement done by the user, according to that they are going to be providing all the softwares and the resources, right? Hardware also comes under the SLS, right? So this is about the cloud architecture. So whenever the question comes, just you people draw the